Ladies and gents, the round results are here for round 11, and we're going to start with my team here as a little change up this week. And what is that? 8 for Lolo, 22 for Talakai. Just killed my week. Actually, had a good one. I was pretty happy with where I was at, to be fair, and those two guys just killed. I ended up with 902 and actually made a couple of ranks there. Went from 403 down to 3,800 there, and really happy with the guys like Penasini who came out and really helped us. And the trade into McInnes was a big one, obviously, the 56 and a nice price rise for him. So that was great. Tungo with 49 there, Crichton with 52. Just a really big game for those two and really helped me out there. When a lot of guys traded in, guys like Tedesco and stuff, I was able to, lucky enough to keep Crichton and do a really good job there. And that put just a 58 from him and 56 from Cam. Really helped my squad out, but just the Tamalolo and the Talakai. There's some early news that he could potentially be back in round 13. It could just be a minor MCL strain, so we'll have to work out what we're going to do with him over the next few days. But Talakai needs to go. Yeah, it's time. He's lost 70k in the last couple of weeks, 100k actually in the last 3, I believe. So, yeah, not ideal. And yeah, he's going to be moved on. But the 902 leaves us in a interesting position. We will check our team value now and go from there. So 12,750 really. So not great overall in terms of my squad. And I said, yes, as I said, Talakai is going to be the one to go. And it looks like if Tamalolo is potentially out, I'm definitely going to have to bring in a round 13 kind of guy. And we'll work it out from there. But yeah, not obviously amazing times for the NRL Fantasy Analysis squad. 18 trades remaining, going to be down to 17 or 16 after this. But it is what it is, unfortunately. So we have a new leader. So Will, the Eye of Sextons with K guys, came up and dominated this one. His team value is up to 13.37 now, which is pretty crazy, and overtakes Fred there, and Dent from our Discord still hanging up there. Where's the head-to-head? You don't need to know. Unfortunately, it's not in the top 20, so that's that one there. But yeah, I suppose we'll just go quickly through these guys there, and then check the round results as well. But Will had a great game this week with 987, so picked up, as McInnes now. Even had Hastings in there, was still able to go well, and when Hines is captain over Cleary. So still made a few mistakes, but dominated there with Robson, Butcher, Burton there, and Crichton. So Crichton's a big one to go along with that. Even with, Harry getting a 47, shows how many guns this person can have in their squad now with that extra, 600k in team value. Just get that extra gun that, most teams can't get. Freddie, as I said, been falling a little bit the last couple of weeks, and the 911, unfortunately, wasn't great there with Hastings there. Played Penasini, which was solid. It has Trbojevic, and that's been a bit of a killer, so it might be a better thing that gets to move Tommy on. And then Joseph there with 1,033. So this is an incredible side here. Picking up Madison, has DCE, Burton in there, Teddy, Hines, Butcher, the Cook, and then picked up the 37 from Walters. So this bench here is not great, and that's what. This is one of those teams that I said we could probably try and catch up on. Playing Ilias, playing Walters there. Cook on the bench is obviously ideal, but yeah, a team that you could potentially try and catch up on there is Mr. Joseph, and then Waterstains with Harry with a 958. So again, just one of those solid teams. Yeah, no worries with this side. The Harry Grant and Hastings could have been a lot better for him. And then we'll finish with Dent there in number 5 with a 966. This is a solid one there, just keeping, holding position, playing Kohler, which is not ideal. And yeah, the bench not incredible there. Obviously, Reynolds being out this week was a bit of a killer for this squad and would have saved them a little bit. But yeah, just the centers need to be sorted out. I'd be chucking Tungo back in there. How would that work? Reynolds. Actually, yeah, they're struggling a little bit in the centers. So yeah, interesting times. Oh, you got Burton there, so that's, yeah, all right, should be fine. Anywho, that's the top 5, and then we'll just look at the round results, all the top ones for the round, and then we'll get into the people squad. That'll be nice and fun there. All right, so we had an 1109, so big score. Latrell Schnitzel, nice, from Zach. Some good names in the game this year. Fisher Harris, a sneaky one. Even played Highland Lukey and still okay. Ended up with Jordan Ricky, Johnson, Cobbo. Yeah, wow. So played Bagtaff and still won the league by 60 this week. Wow. Congrats to Zach. And that's it. Cool. We'll move on to the people squad now. Okay, so the people squad, solid, 921. We lost a few ranks there. We're back to 130. We obviously made a couple of trades this week, and we left 150k in the bank, which is very interesting, obviously, there in terms of that. We'll just quickly check the team value, and we're sitting at just under 13 mil, which is pretty solid there. The 12.94, which is okay. Obviously, we're about 400k behind a lot of the top teams, which is a little bit annoying, but not something that we can't overcome. It's going to be a little bit more difficult, but it won't be too ridiculous in terms of playing players. There, we had Harry with a 47, Ewan Aiken 36 was a bit low. Teddy was fine, but playing after having to play Kohler's 25 just cost us a little bit, and then Trent, the people's people, he got 34, which was again okay without being spectacular. We didn't really have anyone on the emergencies that could have played any better. So just an okay, just a steady holding week for our people squad. We still have 19 trades remaining, which is ideal. 1 or 2 this week potentially, if we need to. But I think we do definitely need to sort out the wing fullbacks situation and get a better one in. But not that there's too many crazy options, and might have to wait until round 14, for example, for that one. But yeah, team in a solid position, 150k. Let me know what in the comments there what you think we should do with this squad. But overall, definitely not too many things we have to forcibly move on. And Tuolangi could be one of those guys. We can use that 150k potentially, and Taff. We could do a downgrade upgrade model there with those two. We're going to be keeping Kohler for round 13, for example. But that's generally where we're at with the people squad at the moment. Let me know your thoughts on this team and what you'd be doing. But if you do want to get a part of this, we are going to win the comp. And I was having a bit of a laugh with the guys in the Discord, for my prizes for first, second, and third in the league. I was saying, what if the people squad comes in the top 3 in my league? Do I have to take the whole 2,700 people for a beer? So if you want to be a part of that, get in the Discord. The link's just down there in the banner, and it's a lot of fun. Obviously, trying to get this team to number 1. And last year 108th, and this year we're 130th right now, so doing really well. Anyway, we'll move to the head-to-head squad, and we'll see where that beautiful team is at. And here we are for the head-to-head squad. And for a team that's not holding Cleary as captain, we managed to hold pretty well steady. We're 26th rank overall last week and into 31 this week without Cleary there. And that's, that 923 score there. We could add a bunch more if we had the Cleary, but this is obviously why we've been doing well the last 2 weeks, is that, we were able to get through without him. And I'm really happy with where we ended up. Obviously, a few guys really stepped up for the squad in Damien Cook and also Matty Burton. We lost obviously some points there with Hastings, which was a bit of a killer, but the rest of the guys really stepped up, to be honest. Like, we didn't really have anyone that did poorly. It was Maxi King, but a lot of people have him, and then Peoples, with a 34 was average. I ended up looping for Walters instead of playing Ilias, was the way I went with that one too. But this team is obviously in a great position. Heading into the buys now, we have a lot of trades there with 20 and 365k in the bank, and this team actually has a lot of team value at 13.17 there. So sitting in a really great position and has an opportunity to go out and do really well. So the 20 trades left, we can really push hard coming into round 13. And as I was saying, we're going to try and go for overall glory and also head-to-head glory, see if we can do both, which I definitely think is possible. In this squad here. But the amount of trades left is really, really good. We'll jump into the leagues and see how we went across the board. Obviously, with a 923 is solid, but there's a couple of good scores in there. We have 1,017 from Handy Andy to make me lose in that one. We lost in the Bees Knees with 1,007 to the fancy leagues. God's Warriors there was solid, but won all the others there. So still in a great position, top 4 in every league. Majority of them were in first, so you definitely have that ability to try and win the comp and also win these head-to-heads as well. Jump back into the squad there and just have a little bit of a further chat. So we have the 365k just because I brought in remove Randall for Peoples pretty late in the piece, and I changed my captaincy from Papali'i to Hines, and obviously worked out pretty well. Very happy with that outcome. Tedesco's been a solid trade-in. He's got a couple of 50s for us. And then just the guys on the bench. We've got Tuolangi we can move on, and we do have the notable cash to be able to do that, which is lovely. And there's no really other pressing decisions to make. We have him to move on. We have Ben Hunt to potentially move on in round 13 if we think that he can't push on any further. It's up to, I think we're going to work out how many players sitting in with round 13 as if we try and get pushed for that one extra. Or we can just hold someone like Ben Hunt. He's lost all his cash that he's going to lose. He's going to be someone that's going to average around that 45 to 55. And up and down in between that, and a 613 is obviously he's priced in the low 40s, so it's not like really someone that you need to really push to get rid of. But if he's in Origin, then you're going to miss 13 and 17, and that's probably why I'd be looking to move him on, for example. And then we're going to find out what's going to happen with Cotter. Is he going to be making Origin? There's a few other things to think about as well around that time of the year as to if we push that extra few trades, and considering we have the 20 and should be able to do that. But that's where the team's at. Sitting the overall score of 9,912 is pretty solid, obviously, and doing really well. Still, around 12 rank of 3,775 out of the 184,000 teams that scored this week. So head-to-head team looking great. Let me know what you would personally do with the 365k in this team. That would be cool in the comments to see all that. And then obviously asking you questions along from that. I said I'm going to be home in a couple of days now. I'm leaving this afternoon, heading back to Oz, which will be cool to see everyone again and get back to normal life, which has been a fun trip. But thanks all for being here across this 3 weeks that I've been away. I appreciate you all for watching, and I wish you all the best of luck heading into round 12. See you, team.